So this is Nick Williams with Srimati again at the London Buddhist Centre, and we've decided to have a little discussion about intuition and kind of inner guidance, and how do you know when things are right? How do you work with your business and coaching clients with that idea?
Well, I realised it was informing all my work with all my coaching, and it was almost like the hidden magic that I hadn't even really fully identified until quite recently. Recently, I've been going through a process of writing up and publishing all my work from all the different relationship coaching, business coaching, life coaching and meditation, spiritual coaching that I've been doing over the years. And I went for some coaching myself because I didn't know where to begin, what do I publish first. And my coach, who's brilliant, called Amanda, who's very intuitive herself, helped me identify that sitting underneath all of that work is the way I work with people through meditation and intuition. Because when I'm coaching someone, I'll sit with them and lead us through a very short meditation, just take them straight down into the kind of deeper truth. I do the same with workshops, I do the same with courses. And I find that those few moments of just dropping out the usual surface, blah, 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 allows us to, doesn't matter who it is, doesn't matter if they're a meditator or not, somehow it just helps us drop into the real gold, inner wisdom, if you like, that's within us.
So you have a core belief that there is wisdom in everybody?
Yeah, I do. I guess you're right. I do.
Part of what you do is you help them to access that for themselves.
That's right. I mean, whether it's inside us or outside us or both or neither, that's very Buddhist actually, all that paradoxical stuff. It doesn't really matter. It's just a way of calling it. But I know one thing for sure, there is some sort of resource available to all of us, and I also know something for sure, is meditation can access it.
So you meditate with each client, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Before each session?
Yes.
And at the beginning of workshops?
That's right, yes. And so therefore my first book is going to be called Find Your Answers, and it is about exactly that, and it's going to have a recorded CD, guided meditation CD, which is a meditation I've evolved over the years. I was an ordained Buddhist, I'm not anymore, but I've been meditating since I was 19 and learned all sorts of formal disciplines and practiced them intensively on retreats for years and years and years. But when I left the order, the Buddhist order, I found that my spirituality kind of loosened up. I became very fertile and more, in a way, a bit more of a feminine wisdom, more intuitive and slightly more mystical.
Yeah, gentle.
Gentler, receptive. If you think about it, it's about listening and receiving, what's there. So I guess that's what happened. And I was teaching meditation classes, and I found that this new style of meditation was almost being channeled through me. I was just opening my mouth and things were coming out, and it always seemed to be absolutely appropriate for the client, for the class, to tune people into what they need to connect with.
I think people need to have a fairly high level of trust on the whole, because maybe it's no generalisation, but on the whole I think we're trained to listen to other people's wisdom, aren't we?
Yes.
We're trained to listen to our own.
Yes.
We know that we even have it. So,
yes.
So it's part of what you do, help people to trust themselves in a way?
Very much so. I mean, I'm astounded how little people trust themselves on all levels, intellectually, spiritually. I don't know why, it's probably something to do with our culture or something, but really all my coaching work is about helping people fall in love with themselves and rediscover who they are and trust their own instincts and hunches. And there are things you can do, it's just like exercising any muscle. There are a few things you can do to open up that facility. I mean, some people are more adept at it than others. Like some people are more artistic than others. So, but whether you've got a talent for it or not, everyone can tune in to those kind of inner whatever you call them, wisdoms.
Is that how you evolve your life and your business? Through intuition?
Increasingly. It was interesting because I believe you were saying to me the other day that you feel you're following your intuition more recently.
Yeah, just like we're always going through stuff. I feel like I've just cleared a layer or something, and as a result of that, my kind of intuition and wisdom seems to have gone up several notches.
It's interesting.
Just thinking, I'll get in touch with that person. I'm thinking, would they want to hear from me? I don't know. And really juicy and fruitful relationships and ideas coming out of it.
Well, that's actually what my experience of meeting you has been like. I, like yourself, decided to get involved in social networking, found you on Facebook through mutual friends, and I was absolutely following my intuitive guidance, and I just felt a connection with you. And then when the more I found out about you, the more resonant I felt, and then I started talking to other people who knew about your work, and then this synchronicity about the event that I'm going to be able to attend because I'm in London. And then this interview, and it's a joy, isn't it? It's wonderful.
I also wonder, and maybe this is part of it for me, it may not be for everybody, but I think I was so, for however it was, but so drilled in the Protestant work ethic of suffering and not letting things be easy.
Of course.
That I feel like maybe I've let go of a level of struggle, and emerging out of that has come ease.
Yes.
I always think it can't be this easy.
Yes.
Yes, it can, I guess.
It's completely against what we've been drilled in. I think that's
we don't trust the ease.
Yes, I think that's true, and I love those spiritual teachings about effortlessness and the path of ease. And I find the older I get, the more kind of childlike I'm getting, and the less.
It wears us out to struggle as well.
I was such a terribly serious Buddhist. Very earnest, and I don't regret any of that. And I also got a very sharp intelligence, and that can override all the kind of heart and soul stuff. So I guess it's been a question of just shedding all the armour, shedding all the kind of, which has served me, and it still does. But there's such a fantastic resource in there, and I'm passionate about helping other people to connect with that too, because at the moment there's so much going on in the world, and global crises and economic crises, and how do we address it? And yes, there are huge billions of pounds that can be spent on programmes and so on. But at this juncture in time, I just want to remind us all that actually there are resources right inside us, and all we have to do is sit down, relax, breathe, and amazing choices, decisions, directives are available to us, and it doesn't take very long to tune into it.
So it's getting beyond the struggle, letting go of the struggle in a way. So to open up to, I don't know what you'd call it, but ease, grace.
Yes,
amazing thing.